Welcome back to Software Inc., everybody. We begin once again with a time-lapse today, working on our research building. This time-lapse is going to look a little bit different to all of the other ones in the series thus far, because this one is being recorded after the build has been done, because usually when I sit down to build something in Software Inc., I think to myself, okay, I'll spend an hour concepting the building, and then I will start again and actually record it. I should mention, this was recorded live on twitch.tv/ConflictNerd. If you want to watch the full thing, it'll be available and probably linked in the video description. But regardless, I got about an hour into concepting this build, and I realized that I really liked what I'd built. So I thought, okay, well, there's this little trick that I used to do in The Sims, where you would go in and build something, and then think, oh man, I really want that to be a time-lapse. So you can go and sort of like delete everything, right, one by one, which is what I did here in case you're curious, and then you reverse that footage, speed it up, and you have this sort of weird, very stationary time-lapse where all of the things are just appearing. So it's not quite as detailed of a time-lapse as perhaps we've had before, but hopefully this is going to show you a bit of an idea, or give you a bit of an idea of how this building came about. And this building, to be honest, was originally going to be a lot of different things. Many of them were very inappropriate shapes, not intentionally, but that just sort of happens when I build things in games. If you go and watch me play Cities Skylines, you'll see many an example of that. I was originally thinking this thing was going to look like something out of a game like Surviving Mars. There's a research building in that is this like central pillar with like 3 circular towers attached to it, and I was going to do something like that with like a triangle and then some squares coming off of it. It just looked a bit weird. So I eventually settled on something that is kind of 90s looking. It kind of looks like a hospital. It's just weird, but it's also unique, and I think it fits that kind of Nerdrosoft corporate ugly a little bit. This building doesn't have any Nerdrosoft burgundy in it though, so it's the first time we've kind of gone and completely gotten rid of it, I think, because I think there's a hint of it in the factory. I might be wrong on that. The factory might have been the first one. But regardless, it's a weird building, but I think it's a wonderful building, and we'll take a bit more of an in-depth look at it once we get into the gameplay. So let's cut to the chase. Let's get into the gameplay. Let's go ahead and have a look at the building in all of its glory, I guess? Yeah, we'll go with glory. That's the word I'm going to use. And just like that, we are in the game. We're here with Nerdrosoft, and we have a whole new building. But you know that, of course. You just watched a time-lapse. I don't need to tell you we got a new building. I need to show you that we got a new building, because you won't have seen absolutely every little detail during the time-lapse, and you also won't have seen me go ahead and hire some employees to work in this building. So this is obviously, as I will have already said, our research building, and what I've done is I've gone in and I've got myself a 2D research, a 3D research, audio research, network research, systems research, and there's probably another one, hardware research, right there. I've got 6 new teams with 6 new leaders and 6 new sets of employees, and essentially what I've done is I have 3D research right here and here. I have, I believe, 2D right here and here. And then going upstairs again, we have network research on these 2 floors. Over here, we have audio research here and on this floor. And then moving back, we have systems research here, and across the way, we have hardware research here and here. Essentially, the teams are split across multiple floors. Now, obviously, we're missing some things in this building at the moment. We don't have a canteen, we don't have a kitchen, we don't have meeting rooms. But that's okay, because we have a lot of space here. We have room for 12 teams in total, using this sort of 2-floor thing that we have going on. But what I think we could probably do instead is go to some of these towers at sort of the back of the building, or what I guess is sort of the front of the building, whatever, it doesn't really matter. These towers here, and we could turn, say, this space into a canteen and this into a kitchen, if we really wanted to. We could go and say that maybe this is a meeting room and then there's a server room upstairs. It doesn't really matter. But we can absolutely go ahead and put meeting rooms in here. We can put server rooms, canteens, kitchens, etc., etc. And we do have bathrooms. This was an idea from the live stream, but we have some bathrooms here in these little spaces, and we have them here as well. I thought this was hilarious, putting bathrooms with elevators to get into them, because I want you to just imagine you're going up the elevator, it stops on one of these floors, it opens, you know, someone's on the throne or in the shower, and the doors are just gonna awkwardly stay open for a little bit too long. I thought that was hilarious. But we actually do have bathrooms. We have the dungeon, which is what this is down here. And it's a whole lot of bathrooms, essentially. And it's going to deal with all the toiletry needs of everyone in this building. Now, speaking of dealing with needs, you might have noticed that we don't have any air conditioning or heating in this building. And you might be wondering how exactly I've managed that. Well, that's another little underground trick that I discovered during the live stream where I built all of this. Essentially, we have this giant corridor that goes all the way across the map and all the way around here and connects to my main building. But it also technically connects to this building, and because it does that, it provides heat and air conditioning to this building, because they're technically connected together. It's a little bit cheesy, but I discovered that what you can do is if you go into build mode and you look at plots, as long as you own the plot, you can go under the road. So I bought all of these plots here. I bought this one, and I think we already had this one, and used that as a means to connect around to my main buildings. I had originally planned on bringing the good old underground tunnel thing sort of this way underneath this building, and then sort of over here at a bit of an angle, which you can absolutely do. But then what wound up happening was I couldn't bring it across here because technically it was going under a plot that wasn't mine. Now, I do wonder if I could have maybe gotten away with a little something like, let's see, if I went like this and this and this. Oh no, it's not actually going to let me do that. So long story short, no, I can't sort of cheese it and go around it. Essentially, you have to go underneath your own plots if you want to do this kind of thing, but it absolutely works. And so we have air conditioning and we have heating and all that good stuff in the new building, in the research building, which is currently doing absolutely nothing. So let's go ahead and let's start putting my teams to work. We are still applying for this patent right here, which is fantastic, Systems 2017. We do have the Inbox 360 releasing in just a couple of months, but I want to go ahead and I want to start looking at getting some research. So these guys are currently researching tech level 2018 for systems. It's expected Q1 2020. So let's research systems. Say none. We'll go to systems research. We'll give it to those guys and they can go nuts. Let's go to hardware. We'll do exactly the same thing. We're going to go for research and hardware research is right there. So we'll give it to those guys. We'll go to 2D. We can say exactly the same thing. We can go to research right here, give it a 2D research, and they can go nuts. It is just one team there as well. And essentially the same thing the entire way down this this list. We just set everything to be researched. And in doing this, I don't necessarily know that my teams are going to be actually good enough to pull this off, but if they are, then fantastic. We have a whole bunch of designers, we have a whole bunch of researchers, we have team leaders in there, and it's going to give us an opportunity to do some good things. Now, it's going to keep my legal team busy, which means we might very well need to expand that team, but fortunately, as I've mentioned, we do kind of have the space to do that. So we'll do it if and when we need to. By the way, I should probably mention, in case I haven't already, this building is available on the Steam Workshop. There will be a link in the video description if you want to check it out and download it, much like all of the other ones, which are linked in the video description as well. It's a little hospital-ish, it's a little prison-ish, but I'm kind of happy with it, so, you know, feel free to check it out if you so desire. You know, it's just hit me that we're releasing Horse Simulator 7 this month, November 2018, Horse Sim 7 goes out. That's kind of terrifying, and I don't know that I was paying attention to that, to be completely honest, but okay. Inbox 360 only has 5,000 followers. That's not really as much as I'd like. Let's see if we can put out a press build of that and see if good things happen. Let's do the same thing with the controller as well and see if that's going to do good. Are we printing both of those things? I sincerely hope we are. We absolutely are. There's 250,000 of each in stock, which is good news. Let's have a quick look at my money and see how we're doing. So sales, we're doing okay. Good few million here and there. If we have a look at our recent releases, Vector Studio 3 still hasn't made money. It was horrible. So that kind of that kind of checks out a little bit there. Hopefully the next one's good, but it's due out in a year, so I'm not really counting on it. Not really expecting good things there. If the other one's releasing about a year and a half after the previous, that might need a bit more dev time. I'm gonna be honest. Might need more dev time. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Does it need ported to anything? Let me just stay on top of all of this. It does not. Captain Murderstab 5 in the last month did 5.1 million. So not bad. Not bad at all. Horse Sim 6 did 4.3. So that's okay. And then looking at add-ons, we have Stable Markets 2, which did 27 million in profits. Didn't do anything in the last month, but not bad. I will absolutely take that. So let's see how Horse Simulator 7 gets on. I'm hoping for good things. I'm hoping it's outstanding. I'm hoping it's fantastic. I'm hoping it's all of those things and more. It hasn't released yet, which is slightly concerning. It'd be nice if it did. It's still not released yet, and we have just had a team leader quit as well. That's not good. Marketing day shift. Okay, so we need a new marketing leader. Let's just have a quick search for marketing day right there. The selected team's compatibility is too low to filter. What? What? Hold on a minute. What? Oh my god, they're not actually that good. All right. Okay, so we're looking for a service. We're looking for marketing and... Wait, no, we're looking for a leader and then service. And I guess we want someone with a big brain is probably the good one there. We want HR and probably socialization. We'll go for that. Begin looking. And then we want to put you in the marketing team day. So your compatibility is normal. So Angelica Sanchez, you're hired. And then if we go in there, we go to employees, we sort by years with company. Congratulations, you are now going to be the team leader. And then we'll set you on service as a secondary. So that should keep that team just fine, I think. Did we have another leader quit? I don't think we did. Are we good here? Does anyone need educated? Marketing day, that's fine. Yeah, I think we're fine. We should be all right. We'll pay attention to it, see what happens. There we go. Horse Simulator 7's gone out the door. It is outstanding. It has unavoidable marketing. Okay. A little bit late out the door, but I will take it. Oh, I can give my subsidiary some work here. Ooh. All right. Okay. I'm going to put you guys to work is what I'm going to do. Let's get Horse Simulator on all of these operating systems, please. And let's have that be a priority. I don't care if they're going to be slow at doing their own things. That's on them. Let's update this thing as well as best we can. I'm not really too sure what tools we're going to be using for this. Apparently Amplitude Studio is going to be one of them. Apparently Vector Studio 3. I don't know that I enjoy that we're using that, but sure. And then we don't have a good 3D editor for this. So let's just use Render Studio 2 for now, I guess. I don't love that we're doing it. 3D editor. What's my most recent 3D editor? It's down here. Vertex Studio. Are we really still working on Vertex Studio 2? We are. It's not out until June. Okay. Can we update this thing like really quickly to bring it up to a modern tech level? I'll just give it to all of those teams and can we quickly do that? Yeah. So we can quickly update this thing and then we can go and update the new Horse Simulator. So that works for me. Let's see how we're going to do in terms of money. Accept all and close. That's fine. It looks like 11 million in profit on Horse Simulator 7. So 13.9 million last month. That is not bad. That's pretty good. I'm quite pleased with that. We also have more people retiring, but you know what? If we can just get this Vertex Studio update done, I'll be thrilled, I'll be happy, and we can do some good stuff here. So it doesn't have the capacity to deal with more work. Oh boy. Okay, let's take it off of those guys. Give it to those guys. Let the updates team handle it. Let the professionals do what they need to do. Now, where is this? That's the Horse Sim port. Have I accidentally managed to minimize the update for Horse Simulator 7? Update. An update's already in development for this product. Oh. All right. Oh, look at that. All right. Sure. I don't think the updates team is going to be very good at, well, they're not very good at 3D or 2D, but to each their own, I guess. They'll get there in time. It'll take them a little bit longer, but they'll get there eventually. We probably should get more people in the porting, but I think my updates team will manage. Now, I guess the next big thing is Inbox 360. It is after 1 p.m., January 2019. Let's do this. Let's get Inbox 360 out to people. Release it. And that's the controller going out. It is Talk of the Town. Okay, 3, 5, and 5. I'll take it. Okay. Marketing campaign. Oh boy. $300,000 is what I want on this marketing campaign. And that should be all of my marketing teams working on that, I believe. Let me just make sure. Marketing. Yeah. So all of my teams are going to work on that. The Inbox 360 itself is 4 stars. Made the IP worse. So 4, 3, and 5. Ugh. $300,000, please. Oh boy. All right. Let's get those tasks to the top of the list. Let's see if we can just sort of, reorganize this list a little bit. Fortunately, my marketing teams are just mostly doing automated stuff right now. So we'll go ahead and, get those up there and see what happens. We have all this research going on. We have the porting going on. Is it good? That's the question. It's outstanding, and the 360 controller is outstanding. Okay. Needs to make a lot of money to, well, make a lot of money, but we'll see what happens. Let's try and bring everything up to date as well, as best we possibly can. So throw all of that in there. We're going to need 2D, we need systems, we need updates. We are going to need 3D is getting a hit in there as well. Audio is getting a hit in there. Let's put hardware on it as well, and let's get networking on there to update the console. And can I update a controller? Is that a thing? No. Okay. So we'll try and get this 360 update done as quickly as possible. I remember updating my Xbox 360 back in the day, actually. That was always a nightmare. I remember I'd get home from school and you boot up the Xbox and it's like, there's an update, blah, 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 blah. And it would wait for like an hour to update the Xbox 360, and then you get like the new dashboard, and when the avatars come in, it's, oh man, saying the words in like 360 update has just brought me back. Now, have I got this? Did I patent that? I actually have no idea. Systems, 2017 Nerdrosoft, nice. We've made 57 million off of that thing. Wow, okay. Don't mind if I do. Now, here's the real question. $1,196,000,000 goes to $1,205,000,000. Oh. Oh, that's depressing. Did it not really sell? It didn't. The controller didn't sell at all. But I wonder if that's because no one had the console at the time. Whatever. Not worried about the fire inspection. We're fine. Oh god, people can't find food. A product has run out of stock. Vector Studio 2. Really? Are we not printing this thing? Apparently not. 250,000 copies, please. And that'll be okay. We probably should do something to get food properly into the new building. That's probably important. This update here, oh my god, it's still not done. Can we please get this horse simulator update done? It's so close to being there. Also, we're apparently being robbed. Oh, they got got. That's fine. Come on. There we go. It's 100%. Let's get some bugs through here. Let's make this less of a priority while they focus on the bugs and focus on the actual content of the update. There we go. Couple more bugs. And come on. Come on. You can do it. The bugs are getting away from them. There we go. All right. Wait, someone quit after having the complaints? That's fine. It's whatever. We're gonna fix it eventually. I'm focusing on getting the console out here. That's my priority right now. Oh boy. All right. Inbox 360, we're gonna let them do their thing. A lot of people retiring after a pretty long time with the company. Let's improve this building because I think we absolutely need to. So I want to make a couple of changes to this thing. I want to go into this room and I want to tear out everything. And I want to go into, let's see, this room, and I want to tear out everything. And I'm going to do the same upstairs here as well. This is going to stop the rooms from being accessible, but that's okay. So both of those rooms, or all four of those rooms, are being changed a bit. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make, let's see, I want to make a corridor. Essentially. So I'm going to do something like this. And what we're going to get is a bit of a staircase that goes right here. And we're going to set ourselves a nice door right about there. So that gives us access upstairs, which is great. And we're going to put a bit of a wall and something like this. And we're going to give ourselves another door right about there. So obviously the doors are a little bit offset. And that is intentional. This one's more central on that bit of wall versus this one being in line with the other door. And by doing this, I separate these rooms so that we can now have two meeting rooms where they're, you know, the people in the meetings are not going to be getting interrupted. So that's kind of the idea here. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. In terms of stairs, we're going to want, I think these ones. So they're kind of mirror images of each other. Then moving upstairs, we do this. We go ahead, we put our door right there. And I can put some lights into these spaces and make them all nice, like, and whatnot. So let's just very, very quickly go ahead and do that. I also love the idea of this this TV on the wall here. Almost like you come up the stairs and you would have like a thing on the wall that says what the meeting is, like what team is booked into the office or something like that. I think that's a cool little detail. That's not exactly what's going on, obviously, and it doesn't really serve any actual purpose, but I think it'll look cool. So we're gonna absolutely be doing that. Also put some lights in those spaces, just like so. And that'll keep them relatively bright, and it gives us access to everything that we need. So in terms of the meeting rooms themselves, I don't really know what I want to go for. We have some pretty chunky teams in this building. So what we could do is say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This might not be the most efficient way to do this, but I'm kind of willing to allow it because I think it's going to look nice. We'll do these desks in there as well. So we have the glass center. And I do want things like the TVs around the walls. So I want a TV right there. And I want a TV. Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll actually do the TV thing. We'll do a TV right there. Can I get one on this wall? I absolutely can. So that's actually probably a better spot for a TV than right there. Because what I can do on this wall is a little, possibly a lineup of paintings. So 1, 2, and 3. Bring that one down a little bit. And we'll just go ahead and change them to those 3 because I absolutely love the cat one. And I guess the rest of the room gets some bookshelves. It can get maybe a rug, probably just bookcases, some heating, and some chairs. And obviously a bit of a color scheme. And just like that, we have functional meeting rooms. And I totally forgot to put lights in them. But they function, and that's what's important. Let's very quickly just put some lights in these guys, because I can't believe I forgot to put lights in here. Let's go for the warm tone just to make it a little bit different. And what we'll do is this, and this, and that gives you an idea of what they all look like. They're all exactly the same, just mirror images of each other. And that gives us 4 meeting rooms, which this one up here being used as well. It's pretty good. It gives us purpose for these rooms down here. And it gives us a bit of space for these teams to coordinate and do their thing. I'm sure we'll have teams coming over here who don't necessarily belong in this building, but I'm not super stressed about that. It's whatever. Well, actually, I don't know if that is going to be the case. It looks like most of them are getting held up at the elevators, which is honestly, it's kind of to be expected. I went with these small elevators when I probably should have went with the bigger ones. I could probably get more elevators in here, but I'm not super stressed about it. I think we'll be okay. Looking at it as well, we can, do I want to file a patent for this? 50,000, yes, and yes. So my legal teams are now going to be working on those patents, which I imagine is going to take some time working on 2 of them at the same time, and possibly going to be working on 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're 100% going to need to expand my legal teams. But I think we should probably also figure out some way to get some canteens and some kitchens in here, because people in these buildings are going to be very, very hungry, which means I'm also going to need to, oh boy, I'm going to have to do a lot of stuff with these buildings to get them exactly right. I should mention that the modifications I'm making at this point are not in the version that will be on the Steam Workshop. Just to be clear, I'll try and remember to update that, but I may have put the version, there's a version on the workshop that's like the version that was here at the start of the episode, so I'll try and remember. Anyway, legal team's now working on that as well. I think it's very, very fair to say that my legal team is going to be a little bit overwhelmed. And I also think it's going to be an absolute pain getting, because we're going to be looking at patenting. We did 2018 systems, and we're going in for 20. Yeah, we're researching. Oh my God. Okay. I don't think we can research 2019 systems until we've done 2018. Oh boy. All right. That's going to be kind of rough, isn't it? It's going to be kind of rough doing this. My poor legal teams. My poor legal teams are going to have an absolute nightmare of a time. Okay. Let's figure out these rooms, I guess. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to go for 1 kitchen canteen combo. So this is going to be a canteen. This is going to be a kitchen. And what I'm going to do is just very, very simply, we're going to try and get this done as quickly as we can. We are going to have a staircase. It's going to be going the other way. And I do want to surround that with some room dividers, because I think the room dividers around the staircase is kind of a nice touch. So we'll select those, make them white. And then this is just going to be our canteen space. And I want this to be kind of modern looking. So I'm going to go for something like that for some tables. And we're essentially just going to go for some rows of tables, a bit like this. And then we could do some tables kind of up against this wall. We could do some over there. I'm not going to do that. But I think that's probably okay. I think we could probably get away with making these guys a little bit longer. And maybe just taking these end ones off. Because what I think we could do here is throw, let's see, where are we looking? We're looking for canteen. We could probably put a serving table here and here. And let's see, where else would I put one? Against the wall, perhaps? Would that be an idea? It's not a terrible looking spot for it. I'm not a huge fan of the serving tables, though, I've got to be honest. I think the individual little tables with like the serving trays, but it's a capacity of 11, whereas this is 21. So hold on, this is a capacity of 21, whereas if I put 2 serving trays next to each other, it's 22. Interesting. So, yeah, maybe we want to do something about that. I don't know. I also don't like these cheap chairs, but they're kind of the only ones that really make sense for canteens, so we're gonna go for these. And I guess we'll stick with the serving tables. I actually don't know now that I think about it. Maybe we do go for something a little bit more like a normal wooden table. So something like that. You know, make them white so they kind of match everything. And then something a bit like that. I don't know if that is better or if that's worse, but it'll do, I suppose. I'm kind of I'm kind of not sure. I'm genuinely not entirely sure here. Let's go for a nice white on that. Let's grab these guys and let's go for something different on these. Let's go for like a sort of purpley blue kind of color there. I think that looks all right. And we'll go for like white on the legs. So that looks okay. They have a weird looking room, to be honest, but it'll do. It needs some decoration. It needs a bit of love, but we can totally do that. We'll give them like a TV, right? Nice TV right there. Maybe a little bit of art on some of the walls as well, just to brighten the place up a bit. So we'll go for this and this as well. And we'll swap some of them out. We'll go for a computer right there. And we'll go for a couple of pictures of cats right about there. It's a canteen. It's not gonna be luxurious. It's kind of here for one purpose, really. We'll give them a vending machine just to break up the tedium a little bit. And just like that, we have cooks coming in. We have people getting food. These guys are going upstairs into another canteen section. And then they're going through into the kitchen where they can start working on, well, more food for everybody. So they're going downstairs. They're putting it out on the serving trays. Everyone in the research building can now go ahead and get themselves a bit of food. Hopefully that's going to keep them happy. We actually have a lot of cooks coming in throughout the day. So this should, like I said, should keep everyone in the research building fed, happy, content, and it will hopefully stop them complaining. Although admittedly, they do have these bathrooms down here. So we'll see how that goes. Let's finish this network thing as well. I'm really not thinking that my legal team's going to be able to keep up. I think we're probably going to want to upgrade the legal team. But I'm also kind of excited about the idea that next month, Vertex Studio 2 is going out. Vector Studio 4, I'm hoping it's good. I'm really hoping it's good. It's probably not going to be, but it'd be nice if it was, you know? It'd be really nice if it was. Then, of course, Doors in February 22, Captain Motorstab 6, November next year. We have Amplitude Studio 2 in September next year, so we've got some things coming up. Definitely got some things coming up. I also want to look at these deals and make sure I'm not missing anything. We have a lot of hosting too. So let's throw that on the contract hosting server. And that will keep us a bit of reputation coming in. So that as a business, people look at us favorably and they're happy to continue to do business with us. And also this inbox update. Let's go ahead and push that out the door. The actual update is done. There's still some bugs, but that's okay. And inbox 9.7 million to 11.4. I'll take it. That's not bad. Vertex Studio 2 went out. Did that release this month or last? It was May, so it released early. It made a bit of money. That's not bad. Let's make sure that we are printing the thing, though. So let's say 250,000 copies of that. And it's great. It's not as good as it could be, but it's good enough. There is presumably, yep, an update going for it already. So let's get it ported to absolutely everything that we can port it to. That is just going to be the updates team, and it's going to be to those operating systems right there. So that should keep us good. We're still porting Horse Simulator 7. We'll make that a bit of a priority because I think it's going to be potentially a bigger seller than anything else. And then Defender as well. That thing's going to take forever. Oh my god, so many people are retiring. As long as it's none of my project leads, I'm not super stressed about it. So here's what I'm thinking we do. We need a legal night shift, essentially. So we're going to bring in a legal team. They are going to be coming in at 6 p.m. They are going to be finishing at 2 a.m. And that's going to be fine, I guess. I'm not going to bother changing vacation for them or anything like that. HR management is going to be exactly the same, except this time around, what I want to do is I want to select these two rooms and I want to switch it to legal night shift, which is fine. And we have 15 right there. We have 15 right there. So we're going to have 29 people on the legal night shift. So if we go to HR management, we want to set this to 29. And the reason we're doing that is because the team leader is going to take up one spot in these offices, and then the 29 legal guys can take up the rest of them. So let's see what we can do. We're going to be looking for lead service. Amplitude Studio 2 is done as well. Good lord. We're getting some print jobs done really quickly. They just finished the print job for Captain Motorstab as well. So let's begin looking and see what we can do. Compatibility for marketing is pretty bad. Oh boy. Let's look at legal night and we'll deal with whatever we have to, well, deal with. So we have Scott Hood. HR and socialization's pretty good. Honestly, I think that's probably good enough. You are stressed and a bit of a slow eater, but whatever. Congratulations. You are hired. If I now go to employees, I now go to change your roles. You are now the leader and you can do everything as secondary, although you are going to be doing legal stuff. So that should be fine. That should now give us, eventually, there we go, 30 people in a legal team. So I can now go down to all of these patents, and I can say legal night shift on that. I can go to this one. I can say the same thing there. And this is going to more than double the number of people working on all of these patents. So hopefully that means it'll be a little bit quicker. That way we're not going to miss out on things. Oh, God, I think we just lost some team leaders. We have a lot of people needing education, and I'm not sure why. Audio Night Shift has lost its team leader. Okay, that's great. Let's see what we can do, I guess. So we're looking for Audio Night Shift. Okay, begin looking. All right, so you can do HR and automation. That's probably good enough. Can I go for you because you're a bit younger and you're not going to quit on me quite as soon? Let's hire you and get this little problem sorted out here. So Audio Night Shift. HR management, no, not HR management, employees, years with company, you changed your role. Congratulations, you were a leader and you can do all that stuff secondary. So that should keep the audio night shift going. And that'll give us a legal team. This is my network team. Where did I just, oh no. Wait, hold on a minute. Why is my network team in here? Why is my network team in here? Why is my updates night shift team in here? Hold on a minute. You guys have your own offices, right? Is it because they're better computers? Ooh. Oh, that might be it. Have I updated all of the computers everywhere else? No, I haven't. Okay. So here's the thing. If I say select entire building, it selects all of those buildings. So I can very quickly select a computer, select all of the computers. Now that means all of them in here, over there, and over there. And then I can very quickly go and say, replace with this thing, which is going to be kind of expensive, but that's job done. And then in terms of color scheme, well, let's go into build mode real quick and give it this one, which is the custom one with like a blue thing on it. So now all of the computers across the company are modern LED computers with blue LEDs because it's kind of fancy looking. So that should keep everybody happy. It gives them modern systems, and now we are, what are we doing? What have we just released? We did release Vertex, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. So we're doing good. We're doing good stuff. We're doing good stuff. Like, this is all getting away from me a little bit here. I'm gonna be honest. Just a little bit. Now, let's see. How is Vertex looking? It's not made money. It made 1.1 million last month, actually, so maybe it's doing okay. Oh, can people stop retiring? That's giving me a massive... This is very stressful, having all these people just leave. I don't like it. I really, really don't like that they're all just leaving. It's quite frustrating, I'm gonna be honest. It's quite a frustrating thing. But hopefully soon enough they'll stop. Are those desks filthy, or is that just like a texture on them? It's kind of hard to tell. I'll be honest. It is a little bit hard to tell. Anyway, my legal night shift team is here. So they're doing their thing, which again means that hopefully these patents are going to get done. Yeah, that one's going super quickly. So that's good. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for these to get done quickly. That's great news. Okay, another company finished researching hardware before you could patent it. Well, that's frustrating. Okay. Okay, I see how it's gonna be. Let's see, Q4 2019 for tech level 2019. I'm never gonna be able to do that. So I kind of need someone to... I guess I need someone to get... I need these to be done before I can... That's frustrating. That's a little bit frustrating, but it is less work for my my legal teams, so... I guess there's a silver lining to having someone get to the thing before I do. Still frustrating, but silver lining nonetheless. Let's go ahead and update Inbox 360. Let's bring all the tech up to date once again, just to make sure this thing is as good as it can possibly be. We'll throw an update at it right there. We'll prioritize it, and I want to prioritize that as well. See if we can get Vertex Studio updated in a good amount of time. Oh, another company managed to get networking before me as well. That's kind of frustrating. Okay. Well, no one's actively looking into Network 2019, so we'll give that to my network research team and see if they can manage to pull that off. I guess audio, is that something we're doing right now? Doesn't look like it. We'll give that to audio research and see if they can pull that off. 3D as well. 3D research. Give it to those guys. And 2D... we can't do right now. Hardware, we can do right now. I'm not going to be able to beat these guys, but at the very least, we'll give my researchers some experience, and hopefully they can get educated, and hopefully that means that eventually they're going to be quick enough at this that we do manage to out-research and, I guess, out-patent all of the other companies. Michael George has retired, which means the Amplitude team just lost its lead designer. And I think that also means that one of my teams, I'm not sure which one, has just lost. Yeah, Systems Night Shift just lost its lead as well. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is kind of a problem. Okay, Systems Night. Let's see what we can do for a leader here. You're amazing. That's good. But you're not very good at automation. Okay. Let's look again. I'm looking for someone that can do automation for me. No new applicants were found. Okay. What about someone who doesn't do socialization? No new applicants were found. Oh, boy. Okay. That slightly complicates things. Mildred Young, congratulations. You are hired. You're going to be running the Systems Night Shift. But that is still a bit of a pickle. So I need you to be a leader and do other stuff as secondary, and that's great, but I need a team leader who can run the Amplitude team who isn't already doing something else. So options. Oh boy. Oh boy. What about you? Graham Sykes can do it, but Graham is gonna have problems because he's running something else. So what about Maud Larson? No. What about Emery Burke? Emery Burke is already running the Vertex team. Oh boy. Oh boy. Carlo is running something. Marcel Simmons is not very good. Carmen? No. Oh no. Dawn Daniels? No. Can any of you do this? D. Perry? Oh my god, no, you can't. You absolutely can't. You absolutely can't. You absolutely can't. None of you, I think, are going to be able to do this. Ernst, oh my god, Ernstine Tyler? What is that name? That is Velma can't do it, and Thaddeus can't do it. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, we still have a couple more people. We have Sanchez. We have Scott. Oh no. We have Annette. We have one more. Mildred Young. So none of them are going to be able to do this, because none of them have the automation skill to do it. Now, if I go in here and we look at years of company, I've been with this company for 39 years. I don't think there's anything I can do to educate myself, to make myself a little bit better right now. If we look at our leaders, Donnie, are you running something right now? You're not. Can I educate you in automation? A little bit. Okay. Cliff, I can educate you in automation, but that's still not really enough. Carmen, thank you. Carmen, I can educate you in automation. That's kind of fantastic. Okay. Amplitude team is going to be led by Carmen, or not. I don't think educating you did what I thought it would do. That's frustrating. Okay. I'll just start education. Is that a thing? I guess Carmen's doing it anyway. Whatever. Having the designer ditch the project just under a year from release is kind of a red flag on a piece of software. I'm going to be honest. And I'm also, oh God, everyone's retiring. Oh boy. Wait, what age am I? Hold on a minute. I'm 59. Wait a minute. Oh my God, some of my founders. Oh no, my founders are all still here. It's kind of terrifying thinking that at one point they are going to retire. That is kind of scary. I don't know that I like that. I'll be honest. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, that is going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit all over the place with legal stuff and research stuff, but I love this new building. I think it's weird looking. I think it's definitely my weirdest building so far. I don't think it's my favorite. I think the factory is still my favorite, but this one, I still like it. So hopefully you enjoy it as well, but like I said, that is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.